Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. This is Funmibi here again. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my 10-step plan to financial freedom. Okay, I still feel like I can do better in terms of my finances. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 10 things that I plan to incorporate into my life to grant me financial freedom and just give me the kind of finances that I need to achieve all the dreams that I have for myself. Today's video promises to be very enlightening. I'm going to be sharing where I also got the inspiration for some of these 10 steps that I have for you guys in today's video. So if you'll be interested in learning my plan, getting an inside view into what is going on in Funmibi's head, what's Funmibi planning, please make sure you watch this video all the way through. Let me know if you like it by hitting the thumbs up button and dropping your comments down in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel if you're yet to. And yeah guys, let's get straight into the reason why you clicked on today's video. Okay friends, hello. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Funmibi Olawore and I am currently a fashion entrepreneur based in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, Nigeria. The focus of my business is in the millinery / fashion tutorial side of things. I come on here on YouTube to just talk about fashion. I do dress analysis, outfit analysis. I just share my thoughts on amazing outfits that I see online, and I also occasionally share tutorials on beading, embellishment, all that jazz, making nice hair accessories, making nice blinged up berets and stuff like that. That's the focus of my own business currently at the moment. And like I said earlier at the intro, my plan is to grow something sustainable out of all these streams of income that I have going on for me right now. So the very first thing that I plan to do in my journey to attaining financial freedom through fashion is to pray. For me, prayer is the first thing, okay? Because over the past couple of years, particularly last year and this year, I've found, or I have discovered newly, the power of prayer. And for me, prayer is, I just say them. I am this, I get this, I get that. People in another universe will call it manifestation, but I don't manifest. I pray, I present my needs to God, and God answers me. Okay, some people might call it manifestation, but prayer is the plan, the number one plan. I plan to pray and just speak those things that I want to see. If it's financial freedom, like I am saying that I want, I declare it. I don't even say it. Even when I don't have so much money, I don't say, oh, I'm so broke. No. There was a particular sermon yesterday from Tiffany Montgomery that I was listening to yesterday. She was saying that we should stop saying negative things to ourselves when it comes to our finances. We are not poor. We are just rich people in poor situations. Okay, you are rich, but where you are currently financially is not a good place. Okay, so you're not broke, you're not poor, you're just a rich person in a poor situation. So that's what I like to say. So the first plan is to just pray by speaking those things that I want to see. The financial freedom that I want, I plan to just be calling it forth. Funmibi is rich, Funmibi attracts wealth, Funmibi is blessed, everything that Funmibi touches is gold. Everything that Funmibi touches multiplies greatly, tremendously by the power of Jesus. So the next thing I plan to do as well is to be consistent, okay? For me personally, I am of the opinion that consistency, there is so much power in consistency. Even taking the example of my YouTube channel, which is one of my biggest achievements to date, I have seen how consistency, even on days when I'm so tired and so demotivated, the power of those little hours, minutes, days of consistency has summed up and made my channel grow to where it is currently. So consistency in trying my hands on different things, okay? Consistency in pushing out valuable content on my channel, because of course, if you don't know, YouTube pays YouTube creators. So YouTube is a source of income for me. So my consistency on my YouTube channel is going to also translate in extra income for me, right? So consistency in terms of my YouTube channel, consistency in the promotion of my other sides of my businesses, and just putting myself out there. I feel like I don't put myself out there enough because I'm just so shy. If you don't know, I know people see me on the internet and just think, oh, she must be a very bubbly and chatty person. No, I can be very introverted. So the plan is to put myself, not to fake what I am not or become, or try to force myself to be what I'm not, but to not be afraid to just open myself up to opportunities that might be presenting themselves my way. The third thing I plan to do in order to attain this financial freedom is hard and smart work, okay? Hard work in terms of putting in effort, and smart work in terms of only doing things that will be valuable at the end of the day, no matter what the value is, either monetary value, networking value, just valuable stuff, not spending so much time and working so hard on things that will yield little to no result. Okay, hard and smart work. And someone or people that inspired me, or that I basically got some of these inspirations for financial freedom from, are a lot of designers, fashion people that do the kind of things similar to what I see myself doing in the future. I see some of these things in them. Number one on my list is Vicky James. I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk about Vicky, but Vicky is someone that's really, really inspired me a lot. I want to check if my microphone is recording my voice. 1 second. The mic is working. So the number one person that inspires me consistently is Vicky James. Vicky embodies a lot of things that I want for myself, and I just love and I appreciate God for his grace over our life. Another person that also kind of inspires me to just be financially free and not think that, oh, where God has placed me currently cannot take me to where I want for myself, is Matopeda Atelier. I mean, she started from the ground up and we see where she is currently. And I mean, I can only imagine where God is still taking her to, right? So one more person that also does something that I like, or that I see myself doing in the near future, is someone that they call, she's a British or London-based stylist, is Melissa's Wardrobe. I just like her. Like she's that girl, right? Like, I don't know who knows Melissa's Wardrobe. If you know Melissa's Wardrobe, let me know down in the comment section. But she's someone that she does fashion styling and she also does recommendations. She's the one that started off this hashtag. I was still talking about her the other day with my sister. This Mel made me do it hashtag on social media. Like, she's just someone, she's just that girl. Like, if she comes and she says, oh, I'm using this, let me say the example, I bought this necklace and I think the necklace is fabulous, you see that people are going to order that thing. And it's kind of similar to what I get on here with you guys as well on my channel, where I say, oh, I bought this pearl setting machine, for example, from Mr. Okoro. Next thing, Mr. Okoro is telling me, oh, people came here and they bought this. It's kind of like influencing, but in the fashion niche, right? So I plan to also do more of that because I just like it. I love stuff like that. I love things that relate to fashion, even though the kind of things that I like, I cannot afford them right now. And I know that in the near future, by the time I attain this financial freedom that I'm looking for, I'll be able to, you know, afford some of these things that I like that maybe right now where I am currently, I cannot afford them for myself. I trust that I will get to that level, but where I am currently, I just get motivation from a couple of, and a lot more, right? These are just a few people that come to mind now because they're ladies like me and they look like me. They are Nigerian, African girlies, you know. That's why I just cited the example of these three people. For me, I am of the opinion that if you derive a lot of joy from bad-mouthing people just because you cannot understand why people are attracted to them or why they are being so successful at what they are doing, you will never partake of that grace. So for me, any grace that I covet for myself, I see certain graces in people and I want it for myself as well. So that's the context in which I'm talking about covetousness now. So you will never catch me bad-mouthing or saying, oh, who do they think they are that they are doing this? Or they are who God says they are, and they are who they think they are, and that's why God keeps blessing them, right? So for me, the aspect of prayer and just consistency, hard and smart work, I've seen that in designers like Vicky James and Matopeda Atelier. Even before I became a fashion girly in terms of, you know, fashion design and dressmaking and outfit embellishment, Tokwe FNR is someone I've been following since my 9-to-5 days, when I used to be a 9-to-5 girly, when I used to go to work. I just knew her on social media. I think it was true. There was a particular dress that Toke Makinwa wore that year, and then she just plugged that in the description or the caption of that post. And I'm like, oh, who's Tokwe FNR? And I went to her page and I liked what I saw, and I just kept following her journey all the way from there. You will see, like, when watching Insta stories from Tokwe, she's sharing life experiences, just sharing her testimony in terms of her business, of course, always sharing, oh, I remember that was how I even found out that she started off making t-shirts before she went into fashion design as a whole. So those types of stories inspire me a lot. Even on with YouTube, like when you find me on YouTube, I'm watching inspirational stories. I just like hearing people's stories. Learning from those stories also lets me know that if these people can achieve it, if God can push these people to the level that they are in, why can't he do it for me? He can absolutely do it for me, right? So hard work, smart work, consistency, prayer. The next step I have in my journey to financial freedom is confidence. Okay, for me, I can't classify myself as someone that lacks confidence, but I think what happens to me more often than not these days is imposter syndrome, where I feel like, for me, don't toot your horn too much, don't talk about it too much, so people will not think you're bragging. I think there's a very thin line between bragging and being confident. So it's the confidence aspect of things that I'm talking about, being proud to talk about my work. Oh, this is what I do, this is how you I mean, let me cite the example of my YouTube channel. I hardly ever talk about my YouTube channel to people. Like, you will meet me on the road, you would never know that I own a YouTube channel. I would never talk about it, just because I'm like, I don't want people to start feeling like, oh, I'm showing off and talking about my channel just because I have like a significant following on there and stuff. I always just not talk about it. So when people see me and they're like, oh my God, I stumbled on you on YouTube and I saw that you have this and that number of subscribers, I just shrink and I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. Like, I it's not shame. I'm so, like, you guys can tell, I'm so proud of my YouTube work, but I just keep suppressing myself. I think it's in the bid. I think it also stems from the bid of me trying to not seem proud. I keep dimming my own light and just cowering down. So now the plan is to be confident, because Vicky, I don't think there's anybody as confident as that girl. She's so confident. She's so proud to talk about her work. She's so proud to brag about her work. Like, when you see the behind the scene footage that she shares, when she shares how she made a particular dress, you'll be just listening to the voiceover. You're like, oh my gosh, this girl is who she thinks she is. Like, small but mighty. Like, she's just out there saying, oh my God, God is so fantastic for blessing me with this type of brain and da 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 da. So confidence, basically, because I feel like, or I've seen that people will only see you the way you see yourself. If you see yourself as small, people will see you as small. It's just something that happens. Even when they don't, it's not necessarily them trying to belittle you. It's just because you keep acting small. Of course, they'll treat you small. So treat yourself the way you want people to treat you, right? So that's where that's my plan, basically. In the journey of me just growing my brand, growing myself, confidence is another thing that I plan to incorporate into my journey. Another thing I plan to do is to be accountable, okay? And for me, my accountability partner as of today is my husband. He's the one that always keeps me accountable. On days when I'm like, babe, maybe I should just take a 1 month break from YouTube. My head is feeling so full. He'll tell me, have you forgotten what you plan to achieve? Like, why are you, it's okay to take a break, relax. If it's that you want to watch TV, just sit down, take 2 days, watch TV and get your mind off stuff. But don't, which one is 1 month break? What do you want to be doing for the next 1 month? Like, you can't just be lying down doing nothing. Get back into it. Or if you're lacking inspiration, just go online and something will come, and just get yourself busy and try to think and stuff. So for me, accountability, staying always accountable, not getting to the point where I'm like, please leave me alone, mind your business. It's not even your work in the first place. So why are you stressing me out? Always having an accountability partner is something that I also plan to do. And for now, like I said, my accountability partner is Mr. Olawore. The next thing I plan to do as well in my journey to financial freedom is financial literacy. And for me, right now, the way my bank account is set up, I cannot afford an accountant or a financial advisor. So the plan is to educate myself. And even on a platform like YouTube, a lot of channels on here give you education on finances, how to spend your money wisely, basically. So that's another thing that I plan to do in order to attain the financial freedom that I'm looking for. You know, like, it's one thing to say, oh, you want to make money and scale up your income, but then you're making all that money and you're spending it in a way that is not reasonable, right? So the plan is to educate myself and become financially literate, okay? To know how all the money I'm making, how can I, spend it wisely and put it in wise, ventures to just multiply the money. So the next thing I plan to do as well is to be patient with myself, because it's one thing to be saying, oh, I want to achieve financial freedom, and then you find yourself losing integrity just because you have set a target for yourself and you, by nook or crook, you want to achieve financial freedom. So I plan to also be very patient with myself, enjoy the journey. Where I am currently, this is how I am financially, no wahala. Let me enjoy it, enjoy the experience, so that by the time that financial freedom comes, I can look back and be like, oh my God, I remember when all I could afford was 5K for a dress, but now look at me, I'm doing way better. My finance has improved tremendously. I'm in a much better place in terms of my finance and all of that. So enjoying each stage I find myself in the journey to financial freedom is another thing I plan to do. The next thing I have on my list here is to have faith, to trust God. Funmi of 2019, 2020, oh, that girl, oh, I wonder what was wrong with that girl. That girl lacked faith. She was so doubtful. She didn't even rate herself. She didn't rate the God that she told herself she was serving at that point. She just thought, all these types of things, God does not do it for your type, or for people that come from where she's coming from. God does not do those types of things for people like her. So how can she be dreaming that kind of thing? So that Funmi of 2019 and 2020 has gone. this is a new Funbi that trusts God and trusts God with everything. Even the things that I'm speaking out right now, I trust that God would, in the nearest future, make it a testimony. So this video is kind of like a prayer request video, so to say. And I plan that, or I pray that in the near future, I trust that in the near future, it's become a testimony video where I refer to this video and be like, oh, you guys remember when I came and was giving you guys all the plans that I had to set in place in order to achieve financial freedom? Guess what? This is what God has done. That is what God has done. So faith is another ingredient that I plan to incorporate into my journey to financial freedom. Another thing I have on my list is community. Okay, having a group of people that would motivate me, and we can also motivate ourselves in achieving this goal that we've set for ourselves, because I feel like financial freedom is something that everybody wants. I am yet to meet anybody that does not want financial freedom for himself or herself. I don't know if people like that exist that don't really care about having means of just paying for stuff and being able to afford their basic and even other things for themselves and their households, their families. I don't think there's anybody like that. So having a community of people that share this goal, which is something like what I have on here with YouTube and with you guys, that this community of people that we are constantly motivating ourselves. I share tutorials. Someone is telling me, oh, I took this tutorial and I used it to make an outfit for my friend and she paid me this and I made some money. Oh, I used this tutorial to make a headpiece for someone and now the person referred someone else to me. Just a community of people that are on their journey to getting financial freedom is another thing I plan to incorporate into my journey. And I feel like so far I'm on a good track, especially with my YouTube channel, with my TikTok page. My TikTok currently is almost at 25,000, and the majority of people that follow me on there are people that are also looking for inspiration, because I don't think someone will follow someone that they don't really care about. Even though the internet now is kind of weird, you see certain pages where people that you clearly don't like this person but you're following the person. It's kind of weird in my opinion, but yeah, the positive outweighs the negative when it comes to online communities, and I love that for me, definitely, especially my channel. My channel has been such a healthy space so far. I can count how many times I've had to have like weird people acting weird on the channel, but it's been a good one so far. So I plan to grow community online, offline, and just surround myself with people with like minds and we are thinking alike, basically. The next thing I have on my list, and the final thing on my list, is rest. To rest in the promises of God for my life, to rest in my faith, the faith that I claim that I have or that I'm walking in right now, to rest and trust that everything will be fine, everything will be all right, the financial freedom is going to come. Just rest and give myself a break, not to wear out myself physically, mentally, emotionally, everything, just wear myself out to the point that when the financial freedom comes, I'm too tired to even enjoy it. So taking breaks and resting and just trusting that everything is going to work together for my good is the final thing I plan to do in my journey to achieving financial freedom. I kept repeating financial freedom in this particular video because financial freedom, I don't want to put a peg on it. I don't want to say, oh, it is when I hit $1 million that I am financially free. No. For me, financial freedom is a state where my finances don't keep me up at night. I don't have to be losing sleep because, oh my God, I don't know where the next money is coming from. When I get to that stage where, when it comes to money does not cause me to have to be strategizing and thinking. For me, that's where financial freedom lies. So it might be at $10,000, it might be at $2,000, it might even be at $100. That's where financial freedom is. So that's why I kept saying financial freedom. So whatever financial freedom feels or means to you, I pray that with these tips, I've been able to inspire you to also get to work and get busy and just work your way towards that point for yourself, that goal for yourself. And I pray that God meets you at the point of your need. It grants you your heart desire. It grants me as well my heart desire. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. I hope it wasn't kind of weird. For me, the plan now is to just be expressing myself more on here on this platform that God has given me. So I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy, please give me a big fat thumbs up, okay? If you have other tips for me, if you have other things, maybe you are more or you are in your own financial freedom journey, if you have things for me to add to these things that I've talked about in this video, let me know down in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed, okay? Help me, thank you. And yeah, friends, I can't wait to see you in another video. Bye.